spoke to my wife yesterday. And
I thought you just said swear your wife. And I was like, I'm just recording.
no, I spoke to my wife and said to her she can speak to this family.
Hey guys, Joe here at JP Details with Daniel from DU Details and another training day feature for the channel. Hopefully this video will provide you with some comedy value and an insight into what it's like to be trained by myself. A quick announcement, I am planning the next group training session in either December or January, so if you are interested in attending then please drop me an email. The day will run from 9 AM till 6 PM on a Sunday and the cost is £50 per person. There are 5 spaces available, so the 6 of us in total will have a nicely personalised training day. Daniel is in the process of setting up a mobile valeting and detailing business, and he decided to undertake a 3-day training course to get him trained up in most aspects of detailing. Daniel so far has been the loudest trainee I've ever had and also the chattiest. He gave me 2 headaches in one day, even paracetamol couldn't help me against this guy. Daniel's passion for cleaning cars is very apparent, and from what I made out, he had previously been a truck driver and now fancies a change in career.
Jesus. Pretty bad. So obviously these types of defects, they are in the curved bit of the paint. It's going to make it a little bit more awkward to get to. Obviously you want to try and keep a
Flat.
yeah, an even sanding over the area. Because otherwise, if you start digging in certain areas, then you're going to get heavier sanding marks. We need to try and keep it as smooth as possible. Marks going down there and in here. Want to be careful of this edge particularly because it's not quite a right angle, but that'll be quite a thin edge on there. In fact, a bit of tape for that area could save us from burning through. Some marks there. And obviously when we're sanding, we're just going to stay away from there, but we have got some bits there. Something you probably want to do is to maybe saturate these in a bucket of water first, just to make sure they are properly softened up. Yeah. I saw someone else doing it on YouTube and I thought that is a good idea, but I've never had any problems with just soaking it like this, so I don't know. And now the hard part is remembering where all the stuff was. I mean, these are quite deep, so chances are we're not going to be able to get them fully removed, but
Just to mask them.
Yeah, if we can dull them down a bit. It's a shame that it's not a flatter area, because then we could just put one of the pads on the machine polisher and go at it that way. I mean, this curve it's going to be interesting. It's going to take a little bit more to do, a little bit more precision. It's quite time consuming. You can't just put full force in and sand it back instantly. It's a gradual process of smoothing down the clear coat. Obviously you just want to keep saturating the panel, make sure it's constantly wet.
So the depth is going down as well, yeah?
All the what?
The depth, the clear coat, if you spray with the water, is going down the clear coat as well, yeah? Keep your part cleaner, yeah?
Oh yeah. Use the spray to clean the... it's not much coming off, but a little bit. I mean, we can do this for another 10 minutes. Yeah. I'm pretty sure obviously if you notice loads, I mean you can see if you look closely, you can see that there's bits of clear coat in there.
It's like milky, yeah? Milk.
Yeah, a bit milky, yeah. In an ideal world, you don't want to be using this, you'd rather use it like that, but you can't get to it on this bit. And these marks are pretty deep, so they are going to take quite a bit of sanding back to make a good impact in them. Do you want to give it a go?
Yeah, I can.
There's your marks. Right there. If you catch it in that light there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to use too much pressure. Just enough to get a solid connection with pad to paint. It's all plastic, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And also because I put on my gouges and I could see. I don't know why they put the plastic.
Plastic bumpers. A bit lighter. Fit on easier. Oh, they're all curved as well, so they can make moulds. You can't mould metal like you can mould plastic.
They can't disappear though.
I'd probably say do a bit more. Yeah, do a bit more and then we'll wipe it down and see where we're at.
I done about just twice on my brother car. I never told him.
Never told him what?
I saw his car, his bonnet. I used the machine.
Okay.
The 0 cent, the mini.
Right.
God, I was troubled to make back to shiny.
Yeah. I'd say, yeah, let's wipe it away, see where we're at. Yeah, this first towel, I think it's got a little bit.
This is that's on the orange peels, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, you can have a nice non-orange peel section. I guess that's another indication to see how well you've gone down is...
Well, it's like this, it's flat, yeah?
Looks it.
Pardon?
Looks it.
So this is...
Oh yeah, that's completely flat.
This is indication here is that you should be stopped, yeah?
Yeah, so I mean we've got lines coming through there.
Yeah.
So you could now choose whether or not you wanted to do a little bit more on them bits.
Yeah.
We've got lines here. Obviously it's difficult to see when all the water's on where it's gone. I wouldn't... Now that... Yeah, obviously this piece here, they had lines. Where were the lines before? I mean the lines were in here, weren't they? So pretty certain they'll have gone because you can't see them through the...
But this like you have like this already. You should be stop any further, yeah, because it is like give you a mark. It says like it was going flat. You should be avoiding going even deeper, yeah. If you see
kind of true. But
if you see the scratch still there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's all flat, but you can still see the scratches through. So it's down to you to decide whether or not you want to do a little bit more.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't, just because. Well, a bit down there. Just do a little bit more down there. Yeah. Obviously, if it's all flat and you're trying to remove the orange peel and it's flat, yes, that's what you want. You don't want these peaks and valleys showing through.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're doing this and there was a scratch here that was a bit deeper, like this one, and it's still showing through, you can think, I'm willing to push it a little bit further and do a little bit more.
Yeah.
No need to there because it's all gone. I won't probably do any more there. I'd do a little bit more there because you can still see the valleys, and then across there because that bit's been missed, and then there's a bit there. Grab the camera. Do you want to do? If you come here, then you can do that bit there,
Okay.
there. 2000.
The same one? Is that?
Yeah.
The most memorable part of the training course for me was explaining to Daniel how to apply the G-Technic G1 Clear Vision Smart Glass to a cotton applicator. Due to the bottle being an open lid without any sort of pipette or dripper, if you were to turn the bottle upside down without putting your finger firmly on the cotton applicator over the lid of the bottle and were to then turn the bottle upside down, the coating would simply pour out. I grabbed the bottle of G1 that we had literally just opened to reapply some to my cotton applicator, and the bottle was empty. I was assured by Daniel that he hadn't emptied the bottle and had followed my basic instructions successfully. As I inspected Daniel's applicator to find it soaked wet through and dripping with the window coating, I knew he was telling porkies. Luckily enough, Daniel's applicator was well saturated enough. With 10 quid's worth of product, we were actually able to finish the ceramic coating stage for the windows. The day before Daniel's training day, I was told over the phone that we would in fact be detailing his car from start to finish, inclusive of the G-Technic Crystal Serum Light and XOV4 that he had just purchased. Not forgetting the complete decontamination process, a 2-stage minor paint correction, plus coatings for the windows and wheels, and a whole load of training, which was news to me. We had 3 days together to cover all aspects of the detailing side of the business, and for me to carry out the above work on my own customers' cars would take between 4 to 5 days. Needless to say, we didn't manage to tick everything off Daniel's wish list, but we did cover most. We were able, however, with the assistance of paracetamol, to detail the Audi A6 to a decent standard and provide Daniel with enough training for him to detail customers' vehicles of his own with confidence and in the correct technique. By the end of the course, Daniel was showing excellent signs of progression towards the various tasks that I set him, and he gave me great confidence that he would one day make a decent professional detailer. We didn't have time to apply the multi-layer ceramic coating to the Audi A6, so instead we decided to protect the paintwork with something a little less time consuming, which was Swissvac Shield. A nice and easy on and off application process for this luxury Swissvac wax, and when combined with the other usual finishing touches, presented the A6 in a far better condition than when it first arrived at the unit. If you are interested in attending a training day with myself, then be sure to visit the JP Details website for further information.
Sometimes it can take a bit of yeah, I'll do. Yeah, I know I'll get the shot, that's going to be enough. No chance. A real good maybe pretty good way. Sounds good. How about you guys? It's very rarely. That's what it is. It's gone. Does it it's my coffee station? Yeah, yeah. You don't need it. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's not a station. That's like a major correction. I'm happy to it. I'm happy to it. It's going to take a week. And then say like, oh, yeah, it does. Because then you don't get one that, so you've got 340 pounds of that, so. Yeah, I can't go what station would you want? 450? Would that sound okay? 475, I think that's right. And then, what's that one? The second? Yeah, second car. Requirements. Emergency off. If you want, because you can spend like 30 hours doing it. Let's do a quick close-up.
Do you want me to put the tape here?
No, it doesn't matter about the tape, just want to be a little bit more careful. Almost looks like a penis. In fact it does.
Never think about the penis, but say so.
Penis.
What? Compound penis.
Yeah, let's compound the penis. Yeah, I mean, you know, you've had some practice with this machine now, so might as well just get used to it. Blue compounds. They do need quite a bit of going over, but it's good to, yeah, before you go too crazy with it, you want to, and again with that being on a curve, you're going to have to manoeuvre the machine into a nice position where it wants to move, which may cause not too much problem with this smaller machine. Yeah. You can get that pad, you could get it to sort of sit in there like that, and it will turn around and it will be quite a, it will
touch.
Yeah, I mean it will cut nicely. Always use a little bit more compound when doing wet sanding because it does take that bit more.
And then you normally do 6 or?
Yeah, 6 as long as you keep controlling the thing. If you could,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, just if there is any bits missing, you just have to re-go over them. Yeah, maybe give an IPA wipe down. See how we are really looking. Just want to buff that bit off there. Oh, wet.
Wet.
Need a dry one. Is that dry?
Yeah.
Crikey, you make that look like hard work.
Huh?
You make that look like hard work. If there's ever an important time to IPA, it'll be after doing wet sanding.
Show you all the.
I mean, that is a nice improvement. Where's the light? Oh, where's the light?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, we got some nice haziness from. Those ones have gone. Oh no, they haven't. Oh, they've gone quite a bit. These ones looked too deep beforehand. It was just a case of seeing how much we can get them down. That's going to need a real good refinement. I'd probably say use the bigger machine, because the small pad on this machine is pretty crap. For areas like this, it won't want to spin. Yeah, use the big machine.
Yeah.
Definitely, and just give it a real good finishing stage. Yeah, so oh no, it's not plugged in. So you see how these pads go a little bit inwards in the middle?
Yeah.
Obviously after use. At that point you wouldn't really want to use this on the paintwork anymore.
Yeah.
Because there's a good chance that you're not going to leave a perfect finish. It's going to be a little bit hot.
Oh, why? Because they're not even flat.
Yeah, that one's probably better than this one. Yeah.
So I mean, there is gone. It should be far away, really. Yeah.
No. There is a time and a place for it.
Well, you put the wash machine?
No, clean them by hand.
Okay.
Clean them by hand, and then when you look at them afterwards, after they've all dried out, if they're real like distorted, then you don't really want to use it on the detail. But then sometimes you get people, they want a quick job doing. And I don't know, early days in business, like you're a bit reluctant to turn any jobs down as long as they're going to pay for your time on the car. Use one of these pads all over. Kind of uses them up, finishes them off, make the car look good. Customer wants a body mop, that's more than likely what they're going to get. If someone wants a proper detail and they're paying for a proper detail, they'll get proper detail, proper pads. These ones, use them on the lower areas. You don't want to throw them away at this point. Certainly don't want to throw them away at this point.
So I always put my one to wash machine.
If you do wash them as well, they will come out better. So you will be able to use them again.
Because what I was doing when I was cutting, I had with like bucket with water. When I used my pad, I put the water. And then
I do mine by hand, fairy liquid.
Fairy liquid?
Yeah, fairy liquid. So I've got my stack of used pads on the side. Fill the washing up bowl, warm hot water, fairy liquid. Chuck all the pads in, let them soak for a little bit, and then rinse them out to start with, squeeze them out, get the most of the crap out, one by one, empty the washing bucket because it's filled with polish and there's no soap anymore because all the polish is taken out the soap. Fill it back up with fresh warm water, fairy liquid, get each thing, dab it in the foam on the top, the bubbles, squirt a bit more fairy liquid on it, and then do this with it under the water, rinse it out, that type of thing, and job's good. And that brings them out good as new. Thereabouts. It's manual. You get sweaty because you've got the hot water rising and you're there doing constant things.
My wife's saying, what the smell? Petrol or something like this?
Mine don't smell like petrol. It smells like fairy liquid. Fairy liquid soon takes over. Right, do you want to refine that bit? It's a case of, a real case of giving it a good going over. Proper good going over. So wipe it all down with panel wipe.
It's grippy.
Yeah, I don't know why that is. It was grippy on the bonnet. I mean, the bonnet's been resprayed, so it's never a good sign when it's as grippy as that.
Yeah?
Never a good sign, but...
Why?
Some type of paintwork, some dodgy paintwork.
Yeah.
I don't know, I've only had it twice. Once on your bonnet, once on the last Merc that had a real dodgy respray.
Where's the light? There it is.
Oh, it's still got a few marks, sanding marks going down there.
But they're too deep.
A few sanding marks there.
Yeah.
And that was partially down to cutting, I think. No, I don't want to do it. It used to go there.
Which one? Talk about this one?
Yeah, them ones.
Oh yeah.
They'll be from the sandpaper.
Yeah, mini scratches there, yeah?
Well, I've still got these ones, and then you got them ones.
Yeah.
think with it being on such a dodgy corner, getting that cutting pad, where was that towel that we were, is it that one?
It's hard to get with the machine.
With the cutting pads, yeah, just 'cause it's on that corner.
As always, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram, just search JP Details. Feel free to visit the JP Details online store. Don't forget to drop the video a like, and I'll hopefully catch you in the next one.